Hey, what's up, people? We are live. A little unorthodox tonight. I am sitting in my car, but we're going to handle this, okay? I want to come on and talk to you guys. So it's going to, I'm going to give you a second to get in, get acclimated, so we can get started. Please, when you come in, greet me, let me know that you're in. All right, all right. You should have gotten your notifications. So tonight's a very important. Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? I see someone just signed in. Hey, everybody. Hey, Evie, Shelly, and Terry. Let me tell you a little bit about Shelly and Terry. They're friends of ours, but they're also your big supporters. And if you want to know anything about electric vehicles, and I mean anything, that's their business. They run consultation. They're electric vehicle consultants. Very important. So please hit them up. You see them right there, Evie, Shelly, and Terry. You can hit them up inside the app, actually. You can reach out to them. Just go to look them up, and you'll find them. Hey there from Indiana. What's going on? What's going on? Someone said, hello, dear. I don't know who that is, but hi. Uh, awesome. Hey, we're going to do a few housekeeping, like I said, for you guys who are just coming in. A little different environment tonight. I'm sitting in my car. Um, However, we're going to get this done this evening because I really, really, really wanted to come on with you guys and talk with you. So I took some time out. I said, you know what? I was doing some business, so I said, let me stop, jump on the live, talk to my people because tonight we're talking about code switching, and I really need to you to join in and to get some info from you and to hear from you as well as to impart some things to you. But let me share this with you. So far up to this point, we have been enjoying it. If you've been enjoying our lives, telling people about it, please hit me up and let me know. Shelly, Linda, is it Ann? If you've been enjoying it, let me know and tell people about it. Who else is that? I have to put this up here. Okay, great. Who else is that? Felicia. Um, and the reason is because right now we are absolutely free. And we've been sharing with you that we're free now because our app is still in its beta stage. If you know anything about beta, the way these startups work, we are in beta while we're working out bugs, which is why sometimes you'll see things happen. And I said, let me know we're working out bugs. So you guys are an integral part of our success. Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up from Georgia? Who is that? James. You guys are an integral part of our success. So let us know if there are any bugs because in a short time, we're going to be switching from free and we're going to become a subscription service. Right now, we're not, and I hope you're enjoying this. And we are so glad that you're on and we're able to provide these live services as well as this incredible, incredible feature called Ask Pastor Cal. Click on it. You can have a conversational question based out of my 25 years, based on my 25 years of expertise of counseling and writings and what have you. It's all in that AI module. You can ask questions and actually engage in a conversation, not just talk and listen like Siri or like Alexa, but you can engage back and forth, interrupt, talk, whatever. He'll respond with attitude, with questions, and if you have a question mid-sentence, ask it. It'll stop and say, okay, I'm glad you asked that. Let's talk about it. It's incredible. So try out the Ask Pastor Cal. In addition to that, I want you to look at the communities. We have a number of communities in there. Join, build community. And there's some other incredible things like the devotionals, the 5-day challenge. All this is going to be a part of your subscription service. Right now, like I said, it's free. For the next short time, it's going to be free. But we're going to give you a specific date very soon as to when we're going to switch from free to our paywall. Very, very manageable. It's only $14 a month. But you're getting these free sessions. Someone said last week it's like marriage counseling for free. You're absolutely right. We're going to get into it tonight, and you're going to see just how important this is, okay? All right, guys, let's rock and roll. Let's jump right into it. Like I said, right now, don't trip. It's free today, this week, next week, free. But the time is coming. If you're already a subscriber, thank you. This don't even apply to you because there are some subscribers already on. But if you're not, you're going to hit a paywall after a few minutes of the live. I'm sorry, but we have to do this so that we can afford to continue the app. Right now, we're doing it out of pocket. It's not sustainable. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. And you get that, I'm sure. If you get that, somebody wave, give me a hand, say hi, say something. Let me know you understand what I'm saying. All right. Okay, we're talking about code switching. And I want you to really, really dig in and really understand what we're talking about tonight. Um, Code switching is something we all do. Now, if you're in the black community, you understand it. If you're in the white community, you do too. Because we all code switch. We all do things, whereas, in one environment will be one way, in another environment will be a different way. It happens on our jobs, especially on our jobs, in our schools. Let me give it to you in a microcosm. It happens even when you're on the phone. Have you ever done that? Listen, and if you're here for the first time, I'm going to let you know, please share, please go ahead and comment. We talk real time here, so we need you to comment, text, and I will respond in real time. But even on the phone, it's hilarious to me. My wife, she has this Trinidadian accent, but sometimes she'll be talking to me, and she'll be talking heavy Trini, and then she'll get on the phone, and she'll be like, "Hello, how are you?" And I'm like, "Where did that accent come from? Hey, what's up?" But that's just the way it is. We all have a tendency to do that code switch. Hey, greetings from Massachusetts. Hey, Shannon. Hey, Sunshine. But if you're code switching at work, if you're code switching at school, if you're code switching on your job, and then you come home and you open the door and you walk in, and all of a sudden you have to continue code switching because you're walking on eggshells at home. That's not a marriage. That's a lifelong audition. And that's not good. That's not anything that's sustainable. It's not anything that you can continue if you're going to have a viable relationship. How many of you all have been in relationships, and I want you to chime in now, have been in relationships where you felt you've had to not be yourself? You've had to kind of make sure that you were the person who you felt your significant other wanted. And so you found yourself empty sometimes because being your authentic self was not always accepted. But you had to be who that person wanted, or rather, who you think that person wanted. I'm going to let you know, if you're code switching in your relationship, it is a recipe for failure. Okay? If you are not being your authentic you, let me give you a little piece of advice here. When you got married or when you came into your relationship, your spouse, who says it's never? Sunshine says never. Felicia gets it. But Sunshine, that's awesome. But I'm going to talk a little bit about that too. Because sometimes a little bit of code switching is necessary. When you married your spouse or you got with your significant other, there was a certain authenticity that they wanted. There was a certain you that they married. They did not marry your representative. They married you. They want you. And sometimes when we go through conflict and we have these issues and challenges in our relationships, because of our own fear of being vulnerable and our fear of being hurt, what we'll do is we'll switch from being the true you to who you think your partner needs. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Because if that is you, then you're who I'm talking to. Or you've switched up and you've become not the real you, but you've become the person that you think your partner wants. Now here's the danger there. The danger in this is, first, number one, you're creating a persona that's unsustainable. You're creating a persona that's not sustainable. And even if your partner accepts that person that you're pretending to be, it's only short-lived because you can't keep that up. Because there's something inside our personal psyche, something inside our souls that begs for us to be real to somebody. And if you cannot be real to your spouse, if you cannot be real to the person that you are tethered with in commitment, then who can you be real with? It's so important for you to understand that. Number one, this thing that you're doing, where you're pretending to be someone else, it's not sustainable. Number two, you're cheating yourself out of joy. I would rather, I would rather have my partner, have my wife, not accept the me that I authentically am, and we work through that, than to have her accept the fake me that I'm trying to be, and she's okay with that. If you don't understand what I'm saying, I need you to chime in. Because it's so important. We talk about vulnerability, we talk about honesty, we talk about openness, we talk about nakedness. If you can't be that way in your relationship, then you may need some counseling. Now, the question may come, what if I'm completely honest and my partner doesn't accept it? What if I'm being completely vulnerable and I'm completely being me, but my partner doesn't accept it? Then you need to have a conversation and ask your partner, ask them, what part of me are you finding it difficult to understand or to accept? How would you prefer me to be? Because that's a starting point. Because if you're not accepting who I authentically am, then if I change to be someone that you will accept, I want to know, how will that benefit our relationship? You see, the thing is, I had a conversation recently with someone, and I'm about to flip it in a second. And we were talking about this whole authenticity thing, and they responded by saying this: I don't fake for nobody. I'm gonna tell the truth completely and absolutely. If my wife comes to me and asks me, "You think I'm gaining weight?" I'm gonna tell her, "Yeah, you gaining weight." Now, let me share this with you. I need y'all to lean in and hear me here. Men, please lean in and listen. If your wife comes to you and asks you if she gaining weight, let's talk about code switching. That ain't the time. That is the time, rather, that you don't need to lie, but you need to be very careful. Because when a person reveals to you or asks you a question that they are aware of, when they are aware of the answer, they're not asking you to confirm and brutally tell them the truth. They're asking you to acknowledge, sure, but then be a soft place where I can find some help. Here's a response. Honey, I know this has happened. You think I need to lose some weight? Baby, let me tell you something. I love all of you. I love every bit of you just like you are. I get it, you know. I do get it. If you feel like you need to be more healthy or you need to drop a pound or something, we can do it together because I need to drop some as well. But I want you to know, don't do it for me, do it for you. Because I'm loving all this. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, if you ain't loving it, then say something different. Okay? If you ain't loving it, say, baby, look, I think you are beautiful inside and out. However, if this is something that you feel like we ought to do, then let's do it together. Okay? We're talking about how to communicate. Are you getting it? It's about learning what to say and when to say it. It's about knowing how to talk to your partner without trying to keep it 100. Now, somebody, who was that? Somebody said, I think that was, I have to put up because it's all black letters. That was Sunshine, who said she never code switched in a relationship. At some point, you do have to. And who is this? Someone said, love that positive response, something that can be modeled. Absolutely. There was a video that I posted on my IG. I am Calvin Roberson. And it was from Nikki Giovanni and James Baldwin, where they had a conversation. And in that conversation, James Baldwin was talking about authenticity and being authentic, etc. And she said, "Well, I need you to tell me the truth. I need you to be who you really are." And he said, well, no, I can't lie to you if I love you. She said, yes, you can. Sure, you can. Of course you can. You lie to everybody else. You fake it on your job. You fake it with somebody else. If you're cheating, you're lying to me. Whatever you're doing, you're lying to me if you're faking. You're lying to me on your job. You're smiling in your boss's face, and you come here and I get the worst of you. Everybody else gets the best, and I get the worst. Now, from that perspective, do not, do not code switch. Do not be fake. Be yourself, okay? Because here's the thing you got to understand. Sometimes you may have to be what your partner needs instead of always being what you think you have to be. I hope it makes sense. Sometimes I have to be what my wife Wendy needs. And it may not be who I want to be at that time. I hope you get that. Okay, who is this? Um, Felicia. Outside of behaviors that are unhealthy or harmful to your partner, is it okay to change parts of yourself without losing yourself? For example, parts of your personality or things you like or want for yourself. Like, how far should you take changing yourself to make your partner happy? Well, here, that's an awesome question. Thank you, Felicia. Here's the answer to that. How much should you change of yourself to make your partner happy? Marriage is an interesting thing. There's a song that Billy Joel sang years ago called Don't Go Changing, Trying to Please Me. You remember that? I love you just the way you are. Bull crap. Complete BS. No, you have to change to please your partner. I don't love my wife. I love her unconditionally, however she is, but I expect her to change. Marriage is about adjusting. Now, if you're adjusting to the point where you no longer recognize the person because you're not adjusting for reconciliation, you're adjusting for pacification. That's a problem. I need you to get what I'm saying. Because your question is, outside of behaviors that are unhealthy or harmful, is it okay to change parts of yourself without losing yourself? Absolutely. You have to change parts of yourself without losing yourself. You don't have to lose yourself if you understand that the person that I'm changing for is also changing for me. If it's a one-sided situation where you're the only one changing, that's when you lose yourself. But if both of you are adjusting and shifting and making amends here and amends there, we're not talking about harmful behaviors. I'm talking about attitude shifts. I'm talking about doing things that I might like to do, but she doesn't like to do. So I'm just going to shift it. Why? Because it ain't that deep. Yeah, those are the things that you have to sometimes shift. But when you both are shifting, you will not lose yourself. The only time you're going to lose you is when you're the only one changing. And that person is always taking and you're always giving. That is an unhealthy relationship. That is a one-sided, unhealthy relationship. But when you're changing and he's changing and you both recognize it, and here's the key. Here's the key, Felicia. You're coming together to communicate about your changes. You're not just doing this in a vacuum. You're not just siloed doing just changing. No, you're out there and you're changing and you're communicating. You know what? I know you like this, so let's do this. Yeah. Well, you don't like it. I know, but I don't. But I want to see what you like out of it. So let's try it this way for now. Okay, let's try it this way. Okay. I've done that a number of times. When it comes to food, I couldn't stand avocados. I thought the texture was nasty and yuck. My wife absolutely adores them. I forced myself to like them. I forced myself to try to eat them. You know what? They're not so bad. They really aren't. So I started shifting and changing. But then I noticed that she's changing things also because love begets love. Love will engender love. If I'm changing and she notices it and I'm communicating it, she's going to want to change. If you're in that kind of relationship, then change is good. So, if parts of your personality or things that you like or don't want for yourself How far should you go to changing yourself to make your partner happy? I can't give you a limit. All I can say is that if you're changing, they need to be changing also. And if you both are changing, no one's going to lose themselves because you're watching out for each other. We had a conference this past weekend for Valentine's Day. It was an intimate little setting, and it was called Love in Motion. And during that conference, it was a yoga-inspired thing where we were helping people to recreate intimacy. There was one concept I want to share with you that was in that, and it was about finding your 180. You see, we as individuals, there's a 360 radius around us, but we only have 180 degrees that we can actually see with our eyes. Now, with a phone or something, I can see behind me, but generally in my periphery, it's only about 180. The beauty in having a partner is that they can see the other 180. They can see the side that you don't see. They can see the half that you don't see. They can see the things that are coming upon you. They can protect what's attacking you. They can guard you against what's going to harm you. They can show you the things that you simply are not aware of. That's your 180. And if your partner is your true 180, they will be changing as you're changing. Okay? That makes sense? Thank you. Thank you. Any other questions, please, because we're going to bring it to close in a minute. But that's so important to understand that when it comes to change and what have you, sometimes people are like, well, I ain't changing for nobody. A person who refuses to change for their partner is refusing to be happy in their relationship. If you're refusing to change for your partner, you're also refusing to be happy in your relationship. And if you're refusing to be vulnerable and honest and open in your partner and code switch only if you feel like that person is going to be hurt, but generally being your authentic self, if you're not willing to do that, you're going to be in a failing relationship. Okay? All right, I'm going to take a couple questions. Are there any other questions out there? Get your thumbs working. Get your thumbs working. All right. I want to answer some questions before I close out. But this thing of switching code and changing, we all do it. I have some buddies of mine that who know me very deeply, and it's like sometimes if I'm faking, they're like, "Dude, what you doing? What's wrong with you? You all right? Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. My bad. My bad." And I come back to being me because they know the real me. And if I'm putting TV on them or something like that, they're like, "Dude, come on, seriously." So everyone, we all need those people in our life. But the person in your life who should be the one that does that the most should be your significant other. All right. All right. If there are no questions, no comments, I hope you're getting this. I hope you got it. I hope you put this into your system. Listen, as we move forward, and again, I apologize. I'm not in my original setting. I'm sitting here in the car, and we're talking about this. But regardless of that, I want to share with you once again, this is free tonight, and this will be free next week. Please invite people. But once we hit the paywall and we flip it to a subscription service, we're going to be bringing on guests. Dr. Jessica Griffith, my partner in crime, my co-colleague from the show Married at First Sight. She is anxious and has agreed to be one of our speakers. Also, I have other psychiatrists, other public speakers, other people, some celebrity folk, etc., etc. We're going to have a number of people bringing these Tuesday night lives to you. So I want you to get ready for that. But that's going to be after we flip to the paywall, okay? Because when these people come on, we have to do something to pay them. So we're going to ask you to honor those subscription services, okay? Any questions? Any comments? All right, all right. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. I hope you got something out of it. Bring your friends, bring your neighbors on next week. It's going to be even more powerful. I'm expecting to see you guys. God bless you. I look forward to seeing you on next week.